Dogfish Head Seaquench Ale is by far the most popular fruited kettle sour beer on the market, and it's been around apparently since 2016, although has pretty much gotten a little bit bigger in popularity over the last year or so, since about 2020. So Dogfish Head owner and founder Sam Calagione calls it a union of three beers and also an attempt to bring together the feel of the coast of Maine, where Sam is from, and the coast of Delaware, where his wife is from, and also where the brewery is. Now they start with three beers brewed in sequence, hence the name Seaquench. You have Kolsch, then Goza, and then Berliner Weiss with lime juice. Now Seaquench uses lime peel, black lime, and sea salt, and then all three beers are then blended together in the fermentation tank to create the German hybrid. It comes into us at 4.9% ABV, 140 calories, and 10 IBUs. In my review not too long ago, toward the end of 2020, I noted that this beer kind of smelled a little bit like Sour Monkey from Victory Brewing Company. It didn't have the ABV of a Sour Monkey, but it kind of tasted like a bit of a lighter version of that beer. Not a big fan of the style, but I did end up giving it 7.5 out of 10. All right, here we are, the most popular fruited kettle sour beer. By far, not even close, and a beer that's only been around for, at the time of this recording, a little north of a year. How does this happen? Maybe it's a brand new style. I hadn't heard of the style till somewhat recently, and also just maybe there's just not a lot of big breweries making beers of this style. So in steps Dogfish Head Craft Brewery and their famous Seaquench Ale. Or famous in the style, at least. Maybe not famous overall, but I've heard some people talk about it. So this beer is a session sour, 4.9% ABV. Again, this style I am not a huge fan of personally. However, I got to rank these beers based on how I would see the quality. It's hard to do when you don't like something personally, but how I would see the quality of it to someone who does like the style of beer, if that makes any sense. I mean, I got to do the same thing for American Adjuncts, which a lot of craft beer snobs will completely hold their nose up at. So if I gave, say, I don't say I did, but if I gave, say, a Bud Light a 9 out of 10, people would probably not have nice things to say about me. but based on the style, maybe I would. I probably won't be ending up giving Bud Light 9 out of 10. If you're seeing this at a later date where I already reviewed Bud Light, then yeah, maybe that's a different story. So this is Seaquench Ale, a session sour with lime and sea salt. And in my last review, as I mentioned, I thought it kind of tasted like a lower ABV version of Sour Monkey by Victory, which I kind of like Sour Monkey. Now, Sour Monkey is like 9.5% ABV. It's a wild ale. But I do like Sour Monkey in increments. I can't drink a ton of them all the time, but you know, for a change of pace, I kind of like it. And I also noted the orange juice looking pour. So this is a little bit lighter than an orange juice look to it, I would say. But definitely a lot of haze going on into it. Definitely a lot of stuff, and good lacing as well on the head of the beer. Probably maybe about a half a finger or so. Nice white head. Almost looks like an IPA. It's very, very low on the IBU count, only like 10 IBU, something like that. So, and swirl it around a little bit, and then let's get the aroma of Seaquench Ale. Yeah, kind of candy-ish, almost like sour smell. Very, very small hint of the lime. I have to kind of dig deep to get much of any kind of smell, but I am smelling the sourness of this. So this is going to be a sour bomb, kind of what I remembered, taste-wise. Do I feel like I've been hit by a wave? No. Do I feel like this is a complete warm weather beer? No. Do I feel this is a lighter version of Sour Monkey? Maybe a little bit. But it definitely has that sour, like Flanders ale kind of taste to it to an extent. Salt-wise, because they do use sea salt in this. Not getting too much of that, maybe a little bit, but it's probably kind of just mingling with the sour. So I mean, this is a beer. I mean, if you like the style, I guess it's okay. It seems like one of those sessionable sour ales that seems to be kind of the rage these days. I did learn from Sam Calagione that it's Calagione, that it's I don't even I have to learn his last name, I guess, first of all. But I learned from him that the style of beer that I've been calling gose for a while is gose. At least according to him, when he brews beer for a living. So I'm guessing that he knows how to pronounce that. So this beer, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a little less than 7.5. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It just doesn't wow me, and I think that if you're into this kind of beer, you want a little more of a flavor bomb, and maybe not that sea salt flavor. Which again, I'm not really getting too much of, so maybe that's a good thing. If it was amped up in the sea salt, it would be really a problem. But really sour. Lime is just not my favorite. I mean, it's just, I don't know where it has its place in beer. Bud Light lime tastes like candy. This tastes like somewhat real lime, but not having its place in my opinion. So, it's okay. Would never go out and buy it myself because I'm giving it a 7 out of 10 for the style, but personally, no, thank you. So there we have it, 7 out of 10 for Dogfish Head Seaquench.